But what the hell was that all about?
It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick, before it's too late!
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you. As for you... well, we'll see about you.
You! Tough! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt!
Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are?
Where's my sword?
Who is this? Madman! Surely you're not gonna listen to some vagabond?
What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch?
Enough! What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows!
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered!
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
What do you want here, you swine?
I'm doing what I do best, and you're getting in my way again. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Yaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Bergau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Bergau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that? It's only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity, to be honest. If either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive, it's certainly not you.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Bergov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know it.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time will come. Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you. It's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
You swine!
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell!
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
No, we've got to flee now.
There'll be time when we meet again.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck it!
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin!
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home. Can't you even deliver a letter?
I will get those fuckers.
They're riding to Trotsky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you when you came at me with von Bergov. Army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier, and weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zizka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
We know about his past, but it seems he's changed his mind and sided with King Wenceslas. After all, we came here to try to make Lord von Burgov and the League of Lords turn against Sigismund.
Jobst can be very convincing, and then all of a sudden his dagger's in your back. I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side.
Aye. But what I want to know is how it came about that instead of delivering a letter, those boys joined our enemy.
How? We had a common enemy, that's how. As soon as we arrived, we were attacked by Zizka here and his men. They murdered our company, took our message, and on top of that, they had Istvan with them.
And Istvan was actually working for von Burgov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
There's a fine line between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Burgov is traitor-in-chief.
Well, I understand you were out to harm von Burgov, but why did you attack us, for God's sake?
We saw you meet up with his garrison. It looked like a friendly encounter, so we figured you were with von Burgov.
You killed all my men. They were good lads.
And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good.
War is a nasty business, Captain. What happened, happened. And it's a burden we all have to bear.
Tell that to Oates.
Yeah, war is a nasty business. Men kill each other, I get that. But your men wanted to rape innocent women. There at the pond.
Nobody raped anybody. I personally made sure of that.
Well, that is true. You killed one of your own.
Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best, as you saw with your own eyes.
Do you know Catherine?
Who?
The girl from by the pond, for whose sake you killed your own man.
No.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message.
Did you want to kill von Berghoff?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me.
So you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Berghoff's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offence, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sasau region. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me? And who did you say the dabbler was?
Why do you think Istvan joined you when he's on Sigismund's side?
That's a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across, and when he found out who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible.
Why did Istvan let you ambush von Berghoff instead of telling him you were at Nebukov? If he's on his side?
Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason, so no idiot would give us away. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you.
It's a pretty ugly story. As Lord Capon said, he went marauding in our Sasau region. He seized Talmberg Castle, imprisoned my father, and stole his sword. And his commander, Markvart, killed my mother and stepfather while they were raising our village.
That's a long list.
How did he manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly? We only heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on! I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So he made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
How did Semyon come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well.
What are we gonna do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than the pain.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet. I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. so Hans can take you there.
Oh, fucking
Oh, God. Holy shit!
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester. I'll have to clean that out.
Just get it over with.
Will he survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Burgov comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it? But if you really want to be useful, you can help Bluster load the cart.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything. And dig their graves. It's been a hellishly long...
Where can I sleep in the castle?
I reckon there's no room in the tower or the smithy, but I'm sure there's a place for you in the lower castle. You'll find a free bed in the cabin right past the gate. Well, see you later. Is that supposed to be a threat? That's right.
It's been a hellishly long day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. And they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
By the lesser evil, do you mean our new ally whose eye you almost put out?
I'd like to hear what you think of him.
I think deep down he's a good fella. It's just, well... he tends to overdo the whole notion of the end justifying the means.
And that's bad.
It's never good to accept death as a permanent part of your life. If you don't watch out, you'll end up drowning in all that spilt blood. Well, maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end. Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still alive, unlike others, right?
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me, it's all the same to them now. The best thing you can do for their souls, and yours, to find peace, is to dig graves for them. But enough of that. We still have another burning question here. Why didn't von Berghoff come with you to the battle in person?
He was expecting an important visitor. I just heard it was someone from Prague.
That doesn't help. We're here! Would you please take care of those poor wretches and lay them to rest? In the meantime, I'll pray for the souls.
Do you know where I can sleep in the castle?
You'll find your bed in that tiny little hut, right past the gateway to the lower castle.
Do you know anything about Teresa from the Rattay Mill?
You mean that nice girl who saved your life in the ruins of Skalitz?
Aye. If she hadn't shown up that time, Runt would have killed me. So do you know what she's up to?
Why? Did you promise her something?
Well, like you said, she's a kind girl and quite pretty as well. I'd like to see her again when we get back to Sasau.
I didn't hear anything new about her in these last few days since she left. But if she likes you, I'm sure she'll wait for you.
Who's looking after the church while you're here?
Well, whoever it is, it's no concern of mine.
Wait, so you weren't kidding? You aren't a priest anymore?
I'm afraid not. That little evening escapade of ours, and your sermon in the church, didn't escape the bishop's attention.
Ah. Someone turned you in, eh?
Let's just say I've had a running dispute with our bailiff for quite some time now. And what happened didn't help my case much.
So what are you gonna do now?
I don't know. Maybe I should earn a living getting people out of trouble.
Why not? You're good at it.
But I'm too old for that now.
Ah, that's called experience, Godwin.
Lord, grant them eternal rest. Benedictus
tibi videtur votum in Jerusalem, exaudi rationem meam, a te omnis caro benedictus qui benedictus. Hosanna in perpetua luciat eis, te decet hymnus Deus in Sion, et tibi videtur. Exaudi rationem meam, te omnis caro Lord, grant us. Lord, grant them eternal rest.
Do you think we did enough for those poor souls?
We did what was necessary.
That's good. Bloody tired.
Oh, come now, you're young. You can't be all that worn out. I have something that'll get your blood pumping.
Oh, Godwin, couldn't I... Can it wait?
No, wait. You'll see. It'll kick your arse for you.
I think I'll lie down and wait for it.
Come to the castle moat. I'll wait for you there. Well, are you ready? You really have to try this.
What's going on?
This'll interest you. Our friend here will show you what his diabolical contraption can do.
It's called a pistol. You'll see something you've never seen before. With this contraption, as you call it, you can shoot down a knight in armor, horse and all.
I've already seen what it can do. A weapon like that killed the Chamberlain this morning.
Let's not worry about that now, all right? You have a unique chance to try it out. From the right end for a change.
Is that gunpowder I smell here?
That's right. It's Schwarzpulver, or gunpowder. It may stink, but it's damn flammable.
And pretty explosive if you don't know how to use it, eh? How do you shoot with that?
It's not that hard, when you're careful.
It'd be better if you tell me everything in detail.
A pistol is not all that complicated. It has a metal barrel in the front, and you hold it in the back. First, you load the powder in the barrel, then the ball, and you plug it up with a piece of cloth or parchment. Sheep's wool is also good, because it doesn't get wet, but then it's hard to clean the weapon after. As soon as it's loaded, you put the stock under your shoulder, and you light it with a wick. Just watch out for the recoil. You have to use a wide stance, otherwise it'll knock you on your ass.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad, does it, Henry?
We'll see about that. Have you ever shot one, Godwin?
Me? Never. But at the Battle of Kosovo, I witnessed what damage bronze bells filled with black powder can do.
I've heard of those. Those must have been bombards. A terrible weapon of the Turkish Sultan.
Good. Let's try shooting.
Careful now. I don't want to have to go looking for all your pieces.
Well, you look like you're all in one piece, so you'll surely be the best teacher.
That's true. So far, I've only had to have 2 fingers stitched back on.
What?
But don't worry. I'm sure beginner's luck will protect you.
Maybe a prayer would help more.
Good idea. O merciful God, be kind and protect us so we don't blow our arses off. Amen.
So let's get to it.
What an invention! diabolical contraption. Holy balls! What a racket! And that stench! Ah!
It's got quite a kick, huh?
What a load of bollocks!
Hitting something with that would take a miracle.
It's a miracle we still have both our arms.
Aye. I once saw it rip a bloke's face off, along with half his body.
Such an accurate shot. From how many paces?
None. He was the one doing the shooting.
Sweet mother of Jesus.
A diabolically dangerous weapon.
I told you so. This is the weapon of the future.
I'd like to see that.
No problem. I have one handgun here, and it's no good to placard anymore. Do you want it?
It's definitely not for me. Let the youngster here take it.
What? Seriously?
Of course. Here you go. But I don't have much gunpowder left. So you have to find some yourself.
And if you have all the saints on your side, it might not kill you straight off.
Thank you very much. I'll see what I can do with it.
All right, then. Thanks for the demonstration, Master. We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. I'm going to hit the hay. You do what you want, but keep out of trouble. Got it?
What are you doing with that thing? Are you trying to shoot me? Put it away now, or I'll take you in.
Hey, you.
Good.
Why are you gawking at me like a deaf cunt? I should have shot you right off. And don't pretend you can't hear me.
There's no reason to argue. We're both on the same side.
On the same side? Are you yanking my pistol? Your lot killed many of our good men this morning. I feel like punching your teeth in.
What happened wasn't my fault. I'm just an ordinary blacksmith's son. And I serve Lord Capon, just like you obey your Captain Zizka. We're both just ordinary commoners. So why break each other's bones for our lords, eh?
Haha. You've got a mouth on you. But you're right about that. What do us commoners care for noble horses, huh? Well, take the sacks next to the cart and throw them up. Let's get this over with.